all right?
You're back, Jeremy.
Hey, what was that?
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
How many did you see?
14,605,000.
How many did we win?
One.
Pokemon FireRed and the entire Dragon Ball IP fuse into one thing, a ROMHAck, which is basically known as Dragon Ball Z Team Training, which is what happens when you fuse Pokemon FireRed and the Dragon Ball IP. In short, Pokemon are switched to Dragon Ball Z characters, some types and moves are changed around, to match the Dragon Ball theme of course, but let's be honest here, no one cares about me explaining the entire mechanic of a ROMHAck. You want to see if Goku can solo this entire thing. I started the game by naming my rival Homework, but it didn't fit, so I then changed it to Classes, because let's be honest here, no one likes doing classes nowadays. I started the challenge by picking Goku up, and I just want to show his stats right here. These are his stats. Now to be quite frankly honest with you, nothing impressive. But to be fair, in this entire ROMHAck, the stats in this game would even make Mega Rayquaza, get worse in comparison to his stats. But thanks to that, I was able to use him to beat my rival in the first match. But then in my second rematch with him, he beats me because he jumps me in my Goku. But then I started training on the locals, which were the Bear Thief and Cyberman behind me, Route 1. And thanks to that, Goku was, quote unquote able to evolve into Kaioken Goku. And I'm gonna be honest here, I don't think the stats changed that much, but I wouldn't know. I'm not a mod creator. Yo, this is a future editing me. I forgot to mention that in this ROMHAck, you are able to actually evolve almost give or take 6 times so far from what I've seen. There are a lot of fighters that are able to transform, and the best example I can give you guys is actually the starters, but mainly Frieza, just because I want to talk about him. Frieza is able to transform around give or take 6 times from his first form all the way to the Black Frieza form you see in the manga at this point in time. And in this ROMHAck, you're able to have characters fuse like Goten and Trunks into Gotenks. And there are a couple more things in this ROMHAck, but those won't matter. And if you're wondering, can I transform Goku into Super Saiyan 4 or UI Goku? Yes, I can. But that involves me, going into the code and actually cheating them in, which isn't allowed by the way. Just to let you guys know. And thanks to his transformation, he was able to help me solo the rival, and I was able to win very easily. And if you remember the 2 poorly made videos I made before this, yeah, I made sure to beat the kid here and get the leftovers item, which, if you don't know, helps you heal a small proportion of your HP at the end of the battle, which is able to help Goku, solo the run. And thanks to his small sacrifice, Goku was able to transform into a Super Saiyan. And here were his stats. His stats for this ROMHAck, again, aren't that crazy, because in this ROMHAck, some fighters have like a base total of like 800, or even the early ones have a base of 800, which in a normal Pokemon game would be insane. But yeah, after that, I went to go challenge Jirobe and his entire Saiyan team. It's just really that. It's just Nappa, Raditz, King Vegeta, and Bardock that he somehow caught. And thanks to Goku using Kaioken a lot, which boosts both attack and speed by 1 stage, I was able to sweep his entire team. And don't worry about this, Goku continues to solo every fight thanks to his moveset and his overall good stats at this point in time. At Namek, I went to challenge my rival again, but sadly this time around Goku gets jumped by his entire team, and he isn't strong enough to do it. And because I do get greedy with Kaioken, I'll be honest. I then tried to beat up the locals and level up my Goku again, and this time he transforms into Super Saiyan 2. And I'll show the stats one more time, not for much time, not for a long time, but here you go. And I get cocky thinking that he could easily solo the rival. I lose, I go challenge the gym leader, And yeah, it went pretty bad. Frieza just blew himself up. I then continued to keep farming the locals, and this is when something changed. I forgot Goku learned this one move that will help carry the entire run. Whether it was intentional or not, the mods creators for this ROM hack gave Goku everything he needed to succeed in this. They gave him the moves, the tools, and even the stats to make this run as easy as possible for Goku of all people. Now, to put it in perspective, Goku already has a good enough stats for this entire run to make it pretty much easy to solo, but they also give him the move After Image. After Image is just another way of saying a double team, which it raises your evasive stat, which if you don't know, just means you dodge more. And with the way Goku was dodging early on in this challenge, you would think he's the new UI Goku from goddamn Legend, you would think.
Alright.
Also, rip my homie who 14 started the banner unit before pulling one of them. Rest in peace. And also, to put this out, look at this. At the third gym, 3 of his fighters give their lives to take out Goku by blowing themselves up. And Goku just avoided it. He somehow just dodged an entire explosion point blank. Don't question it. And yeah, he would just one shot, maybe 2 shot them, and dodge. Even when he transformed into Super Saiyan 3, it felt like the run unironically became too easy because of the move After Image. I even challenged Babidi and Master Roshi way earlier on than you really should have. And if you're wondering about, the Bulma or Bra fight, I just won pretty easily. It was just double team and whatnot. And it's really bad when you have to compare your other runs to other, things you did before. And apparently, Goku is way under-leveled compared to Vegeta and, Beast Gohan at the time. But yeah, he is just having a very fun time doing this. And Goku was just, soloing.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
I'm gonna spoil it a little bit. It wasn't really until the last gym badge where Goku actually lost. Goku spent this entire, game just straight up winning without even dying once. And even when we did lose, an unfortunate hit or two, Goku would just come back and just win. Which, remember what happened in the intro earlier? It's the only one way of winning. That's the only way they can win. The only way the trainers can actually beat Goku is this. They kill Goku before I get my stacks up, or they land a lucky crit at the start of the battle, withering me away. That's really the only way they could actually keep up with me. And yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It's time for the Elite Four. But before I made Goku challenge them, I made sure to actually, train them up just a tad bit more. And thanks to the hybrid team I've been going at in every single one of these videos, he was able to level up quite a good amount. And you know what? I'll say the trainer's name. Apparently her name is Yasmin. So yeah, thanks for all of you done, and you're truly the real MVP of the run. After that, it's time for Goku to finally challenge the Elite Four. And I say that even though the South and East Kai were pretty easy to beat, and yeah, I didn't really think about it, just double team and win. But the West Kai actually had some tools. Some people would actually, do good damage. And his Hachiak was actually able to defeat Goku, even though he had, I believe, 6 after images at that point in time, which was kind of exciting. Goku finally had a challenge. But then Goku wins after that, and yeah, pretty easily. After that, I go challenge everybody's favorite Tai, and honestly, weirdly enough, his Yamcha was able to pretty much handle Goku pretty easily, and his Kaio 50 form, whatever you want to call it, and he was actually able to defeat me. But with the power of challenging them again and leveling up over time thanks to the Kais I beat over and over. Goku was able to defeat his entire team with 2 fusions, mind you. And now, it's time for the Elite Champion. The last one left. Homework. But before I do that, I'll do some random tech. And I tried teaching Goku the shield item, which is practically useless, to get rid of his Kamehameha. So I gave them reteach him the Kamehameha that you get from Master Roshi. So now I have a full PP of Kamehameha. And I finally taught Goku Energy Punch just so I could, luckily, if I get lucky, he will get an extra attack stat, which probably won't mean much in this fight, but yeah, that's what he did. But yeah, it's time for my rival. I challenged our rival, and his, grade 8 was able to actually put in some work, and he just thrashed around doing all he could to defeat me. But after getting a couple good hits in and getting some hyper modes up, Goku was actually able to defeat him. But Trunks took that personally. I don't know what Goku did to make him mad, but somehow he was able to land a Hakai ball or whatever, which did Goku's entire HP pool after give or take 6 after images, mind you. But I was able to take him down. But Goku's little bro was able to do it with his God Sunday Beam, which again, after 6 stacks of after images, you would think you would dodge it, but nah, he just wasn't feeling it. But the second attempt is all we needed, as Goku was able to defeat Homework and finally end the run. Now, I'll be honest, I know this run kinda seemed pretty cheesy. I mean, all I really did was spam double team and just won the entire thing. But my video, my rules, my challenge, I do what I want. So yeah, thanks to anybody who even clicks on this video or even watches this entire video. I tried editing this a lot more than I do usually, since this is the finale and all. But yeah, I don't think I'll touch this ROM hack for another while. Maybe I'll do a try to catch 'em all video on this, but yeah, unfortunately this might be the last of this entire ROM hack, and yeah. I have a few videos planned for this entire break to college, and I think, let's see how it goes. And thanks for watching. Hope anybody was able to make it past the 1 minute mark. And thanks for giving me a chance. Hope you subscribe. Later.